Welcome. Please find a comfortable position lying on your back. We'll begin with complete yoga breathing, taking a few deep breaths in and out through your nose if it's available to you, bringing balance to our mind and body. Place both of your hands on your abdomen and take a deep breath in through your nose. As you inhale, feel your belly inflate like a balloon as your lungs fill with air. As you exhale out through your nose, feel your belly relax and retract back towards your spine. Inhale, expand, and exhale, relax. Now moving both of your hands up to your outer ribcage, inhale through your nose and feel your ribcage expand out to the sides of the room. As you exhale, feel your ribs draw back in towards the centre of your body. Inhale, expand. Exhale, relax. Sliding your hands up to your upper chest now, you can tuck the thumbs under your armpits if that feels comfortable. Inhaling through your nose, feeling your chest rise on the inward breath. And relax and lower on the outward breath. Keeping one hand on the upper chest and taking the other hand down to your abdomen, we'll put all three of these breaths together now. Inhale through your nose as your belly inflates, ribcage expands and upper chest lifts. Exhale out through your nose as your chest relaxes, ribcage retracts and belly softens. Always being mindful in yoga to use the breath in unison with the body. If you feel your breathing become laboured or any pains or strains at any point throughout practice, then that's a sign that you've gone too far. Just release back a little. Inhale as you take a full body stretch, reaching the fingertips up overhead and stretching your toes away. Exhale as you bring your knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a hug. Keep your shoulders broad as you gently make circles with your knees, massaging your lower back. Now switching in the opposite direction. Lower your feet to the mat, keeping your shoulders and back of your head on the mat. Raise your right leg up towards the ceiling, bend your knee and bring the outer edge of your right ankle to your left thigh just below your left knee, making a figure of four shape. Feel the stretch across your outer right hip, thigh and glute. Stay here, or to go deeper into the stretch, lift your left foot off the mat and thread your right arm through your legs, left hand clasping your right behind the left thigh. Gently guide the legs in towards the chest, raising the hips off the mat, feeling a deeper stretch in the glutes, hips and thighs. Use your breath, feel your muscles release with each exhalation. Now lowering your feet back to the mat, let's change sides. Raise your left leg up towards the ceiling, bend your knee and bring the outer edge of your left ankle to the top of your right thigh. Shoulders, chest and back of your head are relaxed. Staying here or go deeper into the stretch by threading your left arm through your legs, clasping the right hand behind the right thigh and using your breath to breathe deeper into the glute, hip and thigh stretch. Exhale as you release both feet to the mat. Inhale, slightly raise your hips and shift them over to the right side of your mat. Extend your arms out straight at shoulder height in a T shape. Extend your left leg out straight and take the sole of your right foot either on top of the left thigh or behind the left knee. Inhale through your nose and exhale as you twist your right knee over to the left side of your mat. Option to rest your right knee on a block or cushion if you have one available. Turn your gaze over to your right fingertips, feeling a lovely stretch in your torso. Take a few smooth, deep breaths here. Inhale, twisting back to center, bringing the soles of your feet back to the mat with your knees bent. Lift your hips and shift them slightly over to the left side of your mat. Extend your right leg out straight and rest the sole of your left foot either on top of your right thigh or behind the knee. Inhale as you lengthen and then exhale as you twist, dropping your knee over to the right side of your mat. Turn your gaze over to the left if that's comfortable. Breathing softly and smoothly into the stretch. Inhale as you twist back to center, bring both feet to the mat and bring your knees in towards your chest. Either roll to the side or rock yourself up to a seated position. Swing your knees behind you, coming to all fours for a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale as you lift your sternum and gaze up to the sky, abdomen relaxes. Exhale as you tuck the chin into your chest, rounding your back up towards the sky. In your own time, in your own breath cycle, inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, rounding the spine, chin tucks into cat stretch. One more round in your own time, meeting back in a neutral tabletop position after your last cat stretch. Walk your hands one hand length in front, tuck your toes and lift your hips up into downward facing dog. Keeping your shoulders broad, lengthen your spine and bend one knee while straightening the other, bringing the soles of the feet down towards the mat. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs, across the shoulders and under the armpits. Keep a bend in your knees as you start to slowly walk your feet up towards the top of your mat. Folding forward, head hangs heavy. Inhale, straighten your legs as you lift into a flat back position, crown of your head shooting forwards, keeping length in your spine with fingertips either on the ankles or shins. Exhale, bend the knees as you fold forward. Keeping the knees bent, slowly rise, uncurling one vertebrae at a time, keeping your head last to lift. Inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the sky, taking a slight back arch and bringing the hands prayer position at your chest for Tadasana, mountain pose. Standing nice and tall in mountain pose, inhale as you roll your shoulders back, raising your arms overhead. Exhale as you fold forward, stopping halfway in a flat back. Inhale here with straight legs and exhale with a slight bend in the knees as you fold forward. Inhale as you step your right foot back, lowering your right knee and top of your foot to the mat for a low crescent lunge. Find your balance as you sweep your fingertips up towards the sky and then bringing your hands down to your hips. See if you can use your breath to go a little deeper into the hip flexor stretch. Take a seat back on your heels as you stretch your left leg. Sole of the foot stays on the mat for a shin stretch. Breathing into the stretch. Option to lower your fingertips to the mat as you hinge forward from your hips, making sure not to round your spine. Inhale as you raise your toes towards the sky for a calf stretch. Breathing into the stretch. Inhale, slide forward into a low lunge, and then bringing your left foot to the outer edge of your mat. Left hand is now in the centre of the mat with your right. Roll onto the outer edge of the left foot for lizard pose. You have the option to stay up on the fingertips, or if it's available to you, you might want to come down to the forearms, focusing on the breath and keeping the spine long. Option to incorporate a quad stretch by bending the right knee and gently guiding the right foot in towards the glutes. Breathe deeply, making sure not to strain, and if at any point you've gone too far, just release back. Untuck your back toes and step your left foot back, bringing your left knee to the mat next to your right. We'll take a half plank here. Inhale, engage your mula bandha as you slowly lower your torso to the mat. Inhale, rise to cobra. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, lifting up to plank. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Step, walk, or hop your feet up to the top of the mat, keeping your knees bent. Arms reach back behind you as you inhale, lifting yourself up to Tadasana. Arms reach up to the sky. Exhale as you swan dive forward, stopping halfway and flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale as you step your left foot back, lowering your left knee to the mat for low lunge. Find your balance as you sweep your fingertips up towards the sky and then bringing your hands down to your hips. See if you can use your breath to go a bit deeper into your hip flexor stretch. Take a seat back on your heels as you stretch your right leg, keeping the sole of the foot on the mat for a shin stretch. Breathing into the stretch. Option to lower your fingertips to the mat as you fold forward from the hips, lengthen your spine. Inhale as you raise your toes towards the sky for a calf stretch. Breathing into the stretch. Inhale, slide forward into a low lunge and then heel toe your right foot to the edge of your mat. Right hand is now in the centre of the mat with your left. Roll onto the outer edge of the right foot for lizard pose. Option to stay up on the fingertips or come down to forearms. Making sure not to strain and staying where is comfortable in order for you to feel that stretch in the hip flexors. Option to incorporate a quad stretch by bending the left knee and gently guiding the left foot in towards the glutes. Stopping where is comfortable. Breathing deeply, making sure not to strain or exceed your limit. Step your right foot back, bringing your right knee to the mat next to your left. Option to stay in half plank or rise to full plank. We'll hold our plank for the count of 5 breaths, staying strong through your core, engaging through our shoulders, wrists, abdominals. Hips are lifted, chin is tucked. A few more breaths. Exhale as you start to lower with control to the mat. Inhale, rise to cobra. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, lifting up to plank, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Pedal the feet, bend the knees if your hamstrings are tight, and pedal the feet one after the other. Resting in down dog, stretching the back of the legs, and slowly walk your hands back to your feet, keeping a bend in the knees, and let your head hang heavy, resting in forward fold for a few breaths. Keeping a bend in your knees, inhale as you roll up one vertebrae at a time to Tadasana mountain pose. Arms circle up and overhead as you take a back arch here. Exhale as you lower your hands to prayer position at your chest. Thank yourself for taking the time to do this stretch sequence today. If you enjoyed the routine, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Feel free to also leave a comment if you have any questions or requests. Have a great day. Namaste.